Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Misano. It's a Tuesday night, and welcome back to some live e-sim racing. And big welcome to all our riders, and you can see them there in front of you right now. The online Outlaws. This is a pre-season racing format. It's a one-race format. All those Porsches, those beautiful Porsches, and we're about to get under racing orders. Right, welcome back, folks. A little bit of a technical glitch, but it looks like we're back on board. Welcome to Misano, Italy, with 4 kilometers of beautiful circuit around the Misano track. We're live at the moment. Track temperature is now at 20 degrees. Outside temperature 16 degrees. And myself, Sean Peters, I'm coming from Cape Town, live and on your stream this evening. We're going to run through a couple of our cars and just see who's out there. Skitty one, well, you'd know him from the series. There he is, coming past. And how beautiful are these Porsches. Let's see who else we got here. As I said, if you've just joined us, welcome to it on our stream. To all our drivers out there, how's it, guys? I hope you're doing okay. Butler Racing from Australia joining us this evening. How's it to Butler Racing all the way from Australia? There we go. Next one on the move at the moment. Albert 80, you'll see him coming down the race line at the moment. Here we go. On board with him in just a second. There we go in the lovely black and bronzy colored Porsche. What an amazing color. Let's see who else is out there. Clay TMJ. Stephen Vessels, our way, my man. And congratulations, Stephen Vessels, and to your lovely wife on the little one. Let's have a look. We've got Parky Farky out in the mix. His real name Derek. He's from Nigel, out in the Gauteng province. Let's go to a good friend of mine, also from Plumstead. There you can see it now. That beautiful Porsche RTA Stiginator. RTA being represented and just taking a nice one there. Taking it very wide but making the pass stick. No, it looks like he's dropped a place again. And just running that Porsche a little bit wide. And he's going to lose out to Wolfman Willie. Let's see what he can do coming out of the turn. Well, you guys, in fact, I think I better watch on your stream because I'm a little bit ahead of time here. Getting a bit ahead of myself. But the racing at the mid-pack, racing for that 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th is some proper racing at the moment. Looking back at C8S Fluffy Butt also in the mix. Nice to see him joining us. G Brozza down in 10th at the moment. And DMR being represented. G Tai. Well, guys, if you are very concerned about the way I pronounce your names, please get in touch with me and let me know what the correct pronunciation is of your names. I'm used to commentating with guys with real names, so a little bit tricky, but I know Skitty one, that's Sean. Nice to see him out in the front of this race circuit here in that Porsche. And a quick 30-minute sprint race is what's on the cards this evening at Misano. If you've just joined us, Stephen Vessels, one of the most profound eSIM racers, just taking it easy, just recently become a dad, as I just mentioned. So again, congratulations. If there's anybody watching out there that wants to know about it, well done, Mr. Vessels. DMR EM Racing ZA, look at those colors. Car number 999. Amazing looking car. There we go, up on your screen at the moment. Back to Butler Racing. This looks like this is where we need to be. I'm going to cross over to them now. And just going very tight there, being very defensive. Butler Racing, car number 450. And he's making that car very, very wide. Been some great updates to the gameplay. And some graphic changes, looking really good now. So I think we're in for a very fun evening of racing. And listen to those Porsches whining. Clayty MJ. Butler Racing now. Still holding on there. Third place. He wants to stay in that position and keep a podium finish. Well, you've got 22 minutes, mate, to keep on. Don't let the pressure get to you. And as you watch the two of them come past your screen now, in the distance, Parki Farki also coming through. He is currently lying in 5th place. Alvin 80, Johannesburg driver. Car number 25, we're going to go over to him very, very soon. We just want to keep up on the action here. Butler Racing and using every single bit of the circuit there. Exciting times. These two are just having such a great battle. I don't want to take the screen off now. Clay TMJ, car number 9. Chasing hard. Butler Racing just keeping the inside line, and I'm on board with him at the moment. There you go. Well, to the viewers that have just watched or just joined us, and thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. You're at Misano. We're out in Italy this evening, Tuesday evening. Sean Peters here, and we're broadcasting from Cape Town. And we on board with Butler Racing all the way from Australia. Australian driver up on your screen at the moment. And Plate MJ right behind him. These guys have been having a very, very lacquer battle for the last couple of minutes. In fact, the last 7 minutes already. And chasing for that podium. You can see they're very, very close. And using every part of the circuit is that beautiful green and grey car of Clay TMJ chasing Butler Racing. Man, oh man, this is gonna get intense. 19 minutes down. There you can see making Clay run completely wide. So short into the race, and I'm at a complete loss of words. Not a norm for me. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to bring up another screen here, so I can see if I can watch it in the same timing that you guys are watching it, to my 5 or 6 viewers that have joined. How's it, guys? Leave your comments below. Let us know where you're watching from. If it's your first time watching the online Outlaws, just say hi. Let us know who you are. Coming down onto the straight now. Let's watch Clayt. He's gonna try and run wide. There you go. He tries to make the break for it. And Butler Racing just got the right line to come through there. And these guys are racing so hard out. I have not yet looked at anybody else. And I know my producers are going to be jumping up and down. But this is where the racing's at the moment. So let's just really quickly just run back to Skiddy One. He's out in first at the moment. Sean Skitter, DMRM Racing ZA out in second place. Big gap between these two. And you will see in the corner of DMR AM Racing, you'll see as he comes through one of the turns right at the back of that camera shot, you would have seen Butler Racing. We're going to go back to him now. This is where the race is happening at the moment. Parky Farky. We're just going to go over to him very quickly. Oh, I'm running it very wide. Parky Farky, what are you doing to us, my man? Wolfman Willie, great to see him joining us this evening. And thank you very much for joining our series. Steganator, Albert 80, all of them just having a massive go at each other as they come through their turn. Alright, I'm going to try and hook up another screen here. Right, there we go, on board with the Steganator in just a second. We're going to cross over live to his car. There we go. Armstrong Logistics being represented. And between himself and Wolfman Willie, they've had a very cool battle chasing Parky Farky, who also just ran wide. So at the moment, Steganator, Wolfman Willie. And Fluffy Butts has overtaken Albert 80. I'm not too sure what happened to Alvin Sykes. There he is now. Looks like a very lonely 10th at the moment. Something must have happened. I did see him run wide very early on. And one of our co-sponsors was there. You can see there is definitely not in a happy space with that car. The young man there from Semcrete, there you go, look at that. Something completely not right with that car. Into the pits he goes. And let's see who else is out there at the moment. Let's go cross on back to these guys. These guys are having a great battle. Butler Racing, Clayt MJ, car number 9, right on his tail. He has been for the last 17 minutes of this race. And man, oh man, this is getting exceptionally tight. There you go. On board with them now, as we've got 5 new viewers. Good evening, welcome to Misano. We've got Super Cup Porsche Racing, Online Outlaws, bringing you some very cool live action this evening. It's a Tuesday evening. And man, oh man, some proper racing from Butler Racing out in Australia. He's an Australian driver. He's joined our league this evening for some training. Oh, and he's running it wide there. And Clay's going to hold on to this one. Yes, he does. Clay holds on to it. Back through the start and finish line area. Clay's going to hold on to this one. He's got 13 minutes left of this race. And he wants to hold on to that. He's fought for it for the last 18 minutes. So he wants to just make as much of a gap as he can. But Butler Racing not going to just give up that easily. Also just running it slightly wide there again. And look at that gap that Clay's pulling on Butler Racing at the moment. So he just needs to be consistent, play it safe, watch the tires, conserve those tires. Remember folks, only a 30-minute, it is a sprint race as such. And we're on board now. Clay TMJ and Butler Racing. Butler Racing just ever so slightly dropping back now. The two of them have had a very good battle, but Clay runs slightly wide. Is that going to bring up the difference in the time? Doesn't look like he's dropped any time off there. Still a good 1.5 seconds between the two of them as they come up down the main straight here at Misano. So 16 turns at this race circuit and 4.64 kilometers, so 4.064, so just under 4.1 kilometers of beautiful raceway out in Italy. Still on board with Clay TMJ, and let's see what's happened to Butler Racing. There we go. He's dropped back down 1.5 seconds off the time. Farki. Now look at the gap there. A good 15 seconds further back. Stiganator also having a very good ride in the top 6 at the moment. Wolfman Willie was right behind him, but now a 6.3 minute. But they've had some proper battling together, these two. Fluffy Butt, CRS Fluffy Butt in the mix tonight. Wolfman Willie, I'm getting used to his name, seeing it out on a Thursday evening with my friends Stephen Berry and the guys. Who else have we got out there? G Proza. Don't know these guys, but lights are on at the moment. DMR being represented here. Robin Domin in the pits, not too sure what's happening there. Albert 80, I think he is out of this race. Yeah, DSQ'd, there we go, he's out. Back to Skitty 1, Sean Skitty, he's going to make this stick. He's got just under 9, in fact just over 9 minutes to go to make this work for him. So a great drive from Skitty 1. Well, we know that this man can race a sim car, and tonight he's showing exactly what he's made of. Let's just stay with him for another minute or two, and then we're going to go back to the guys hunting down that third position. Clayton FJ in the mix at the moment. He looks like he's going to take it for third position. But anything can happen. DMREM Racing ZA. There we go. Beautiful colors. Love those colors, by the way. We're going to go over to them in just a second. There we go. You gotta love car number 999. It looks absolutely amazing. Subtle, but an amazing looking car. So I'm going to put it out there, and I know I'm going to get knocked down at the knees for saying this, but I am a bit of a Porsche fan. How's it, Owen? Got a chance to just type in the message and say how's it to us here back in the studio down in Cape Town, on board now with DMRE Racing. Now we're going to cross over back to Clayt MJ. He has raced his heart out for the best part of the last 17 or 18 minutes, and within 9 minutes of what's left of the race, making the attack on Butler Racing and making it stick and getting up onto podium. If he can hold on to that position, which I'm pretty sure he will, he's going to take a podium position tonight. Back onto Butler Racing. I've been on board with him most of this evening. He's had a great drive here at Misano in that number 450 Porsche. Well, there we go. Disqualified for trying to get back onto the track. Well, there we go. That's one of those things that happened. A bit of a pity. We miss you out on the track. I know you were having a good dice with the Stiganator, Alan van Graan, and quite disappointed that you didn't come back out. Well, let's cross over from Australian driver to a local driver. There we go, Parky Farky from Nigel out in Gauteng. Alwyn, exactly where's Nigel? I think it's on the way to Witbank, if I'm not mistaken. Not that I can remember. Last time I was up there was probably about 10 years ago. But there we go, Parky Farky. Looks like Stiganator. Oh, Stiganator gets it slightly wide. Then Parky Farky takes it wide. Man, this is where all the racing's happening at the minute. Oh, Parky Farky is out of the race. Well, not out of the race, but he's just run it wide, losing the back end of this Porsche. Porsches are so twitchy. Let's have a look and see what's happened there. So we're just going to cross over to Stiganator and see what his car looks like. There we go. Stiganator is now in 5th, so in the top 5 of the results this evening. Yeah, the fight for 5th. And if he makes a stick, oh, getting it sideways. Man, oh man, Stiganator, you can't do this to me, brother. I've got blood pressure issues at the moment. There we go, completely sideways. Nice handling from the Stiganator out from Plumstead. Well, the Plumstead boys know how to drift a car. And both of us brought up in the 80s. Back in the old Ford Escort days, we knew how to drift these things around corners. Alright, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left of this race. A sprint race that really has been a fantastic one to watch on board with the Stiganator at the moment. Let's just stay on there because he's having a great race. And see Fluffy Butt now up into 6. Also someone to watch out for. Yeah, don't want to be mentioning that too much in the dark. Let's just go back to these guys now. Butler Racing and Clayt MJ. Please let me know how you want me to pronounce that, brother. I wish I had your names up here. Good old school names would have been perfect. But there we go. On board in 3rd place, and he's going to hold on to it. And just before we have the last minute or two of the race, We will cross over to Skitty One, Sean Skitter, car number 13. But as we speak, we're on board now with a man that really, really fought his heart out for 3/4 of this race, and he wants to make that stick. So just very quickly, we're going to go through the list of guys. There we go, Butler Racing from Australia in 4th at the moment. My good friend Alan van Graan from Plumstead, Cape Town, holding on to that 5th place, but he's got Fluffy Butt right behind him now. Less than 400th of a second. There you can see it now. And he's going to have to be defensive. We're going to keep our eyes on Stiganator. And Fluffy Butt just taking on the inside. Did they touch? Man, oh man, this is exciting stuff. Stiganator trying to be as defensive as he possibly can. Can he hold on to this as they come up to this very sharp left-hander? No. Fluffy Butt straight through. But can he make a stick? No, it looks like he's run himself wide. Stiganator just holding on. Whoever gets the best line in this next corner, running on the outside, is Stiganator against Fluffy Butt. Man, oh man, this is great racing. Oh, locking that front wheel up. And just shows you how light these Porsches are out on their front end. All the weight down at the back of the motor. And you can see him locking up there. Maybe a bit of brake bias towards the front brakes. And we're going to have to just jump away from this action for just a second. Because, man oh man, the Stiganator is racing his heart out. Yeah, those Porsches can get rather playful when the tires start going off. But let's get on to our race leader, Skitty One. There we go, up on your screen at the moment, car number 13. And he is going to take it today. Let's see, I think he's going to put one more lap into it. Yeah, there we go. On our final lap, DMR EM Racing ZA in 2nd place. Clay TMJ having a great ride out there as well in 3rd. Butler Racing also in the mix there, 4th place. Then in 5th, Fluffy Butt and Stiganator having such a duel this evening, fighting it out all the way to the end for that 5th place. And let me tell you, the Stiganator, I've never seen him this amped. I mean, he is using every inch of that circuit to try and grasp that 5th position back. Is he going to be able to do it? There we go. Race time is out. Let's go back to Skitty One, Sean Skitter. Let's see what car number 13 is going to make this one stick. He's led from start to finish. He's had a great race. Well, here we go. The final 2 turns. And he is going to take the checkered flag. DMR EMA Racing ZA will take 2nd. Well done, Sean Skitter. Take a bow, young man. You have done a fantastic job out there today. Great racing. Let's cross over to 2nd place. Car number 999. There we go. Trip 9 coming across. He has done a fantastic job. Second place. Right, and then we are going to cross over to who would be the driver of the day for me, Clay TMJ, however you want to say it. Drop me a line, let me know how I say your name. But you've had a great race. Butler racing in fourth. Fluffy Butt still racing it out there at the moment. There we go, Butler racing up on your screen now. Fourth place for him. There we go, Fluffy Butt on your screen now. Still got some way to go. But that is the end of this session. What a great race, guys. If you joined us, thank you very much. We are going to reset the server. We're going to get into race number 2. Right, as we head on down to free practice. On board with Fluffy Butt at the moment as he makes his way out onto the beautiful Misano circuit. Thank you, Kyle, for helping me out. Do appreciate it. Who else is out there at the moment? Let's see. Right, here we go. Fluffy Butt taking a 5th from the previous race. Well, how's it to our drivers out there? We had in 5th at the moment that's running out there. Let's just go over to Robin Paulson. Now, I know this this guy. I'm great to have you, Robin. Just getting the names on my list here on my cell phone. So, Robin Paulson, hello, young man. I know you from a little race or two that we've done in the past. What a great young gentleman this is. And thanks for joining us. There we go, car number 77. Derek Duplessis, our boys. How's it, Derek? Nice to have you from all the way from Nigel, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Wolfman Willie, just simply going by the name of Wilfred. How's it, Wilfred? Good to have you with us as well. And having a great race there early on. We saw a skitty one. We're just going to go over to him very quickly. Still in the pits. Let's see who else is out there. Parky Farky still in the pits. So Butler Racing from Australia. Still in the pits at the moment. Brett, how's it, my man? How's it, Alan van Kraan? I hope you're well, young man. I hope you're doing okay. And all I can say is thank goodness I made tonight. Power outages again, and decided to head on down and go get some training. Put some wheels down on the ground. Well, in fact, not wheels on the ground, just feet off the ground. And remembering that we had some Porsche Cup racing. So thanks to Stefan Wessels. Yeah, lekker dice with Fluffy Butt. Yeah, Stiganator, I was saying that it's the first time I've seen the two of you, but specifically yourself, just putting the hammer down. You were getting that car sideways. You were having probably one of the best races ever, and that in a Porsche. Yeah, we saw that. Lap 3 definitely started figuring out. Now we know that those cars are very light up front. You cannot play around on the curbs too much with a Porsche because it throws you all over the place. And we're in free practice at the moment. We've got 4 minutes to go. Yeah, I cannot wait to see what you guys do for race number 2. If you've just joined us, I see there are a whole bunch of new people joining us. Thanks very much for joining us. It is great to have you here on a Tuesday evening. It's 2 minutes past 9. We're at free practice here at Misano, and it's the online Outlaws. The Porsche Super Cup, one of my favorite cars. So yes, I know I'm going to get nailed for that, but it is one of my favorites. So Stain on board with him now, also local here in Cape Town. Nice to have Stain out there in the field. CHS, a fluffy butt. Car number 70. So in third place in that previous race, it was Clayton, and well done to you, Clayton, all the way from Durban. Nice to see Durban being represented, and one of his favorite tracks is Imola. Well, I can agree with you on that one. So nice to just get a bit of background behind our guys out there. We're going to just go on to there we go. Clayton is back in the pits, the young man from Durban. Stiganator, Alan van Graan. So just looking at some of the other guys out here, Butler Racing. Brett all the way from Australia, one of his favourite tracks. Bathurst. Well, if you're watching us, folks, what's your favourite track? If you've raced it either on sim racing or in real life, let us know what one of your favourite tracks are. Right, Parky Farky is out there at the moment. On board with him now. All right, time to get race number 2 happening. folks. Start of race number 2. And in pole at the moment, Stain, Mr. Fluffy Butt. Right, quite a bit of folks joining us now. If you missed race 1, probably one of the best races I've watched in a very long time. One make series Porsche Super Cup racing here with the online Outlaws. This is race number 2 from Misano. And we're about to get under starters orders. And Fluffy Butt Stain just doing the formation lap, just making sure that everyone is in order. So just getting the heat up into those tires as you'll see the cars heading towards the camera now. It's gonna get rather exciting. Fluffy Butt taking 5th in the previous race, so it's anyone's battle this evening. Skitty One all the way back in 10th. He took race number 1, so let's see what he can do. So last corner coming up before they head up for the green light. Stain just doing all the work on making sure their formation is lined up correctly. And then the green light is out. It's go, go, go. Fluffy Butt doing a great job there. Skitty One. Oh, Skitty One. I do not believe what I've seen now. You'll see it on your screen in just a second. There has been carnage out here. And Skitty One just maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself there. And Fluffy Butt just getting taken out. Man, oh man. Disaster here in the first corner of the race. I'm just trying to see what and where everybody is now. So you can see on everyone's car there's been a bit of damage from everybody. So G Proza out in first at the moment. Stiganator second. And I'm just going to cross over to another screen. Nice to see Robin Paulson out here, car number 77. Pit lane is opened up. And there's guys that need to get in there and just make sure they can get their cars sorted out for the rest of the race. 28 minutes down, first lap in. And on board with Robin Paulson, you can see it looks like he avoided the carnage DMR just in front of him. You can see that car is looking rather rough. Let's cross over to it quickly. You can see it there. As we're still on board with Robin, we're going to move over now. There we go. Massive damage on the side of that car. He's been in the wars, but great for some of our other drivers out there. Stiganator now in second. Jeep Rosa in first place. DMR being represented. Car number 96, as we're talking about. Robin, there we go. Butler Racing is now in fifth. Brett from Australia. Also, looking at his car, he has had lots and lots of front end damage. Demo AM Racing ZA. Car looks okay. So a bit of craziness in that first turn. So just still running through it. Fluffy Butt had a great start. You can see what that car looks like. Some proper damage to his machine. That Porsche being through the walls. One back in 8th position. One of our sponsors, co-sponsors of the series. There we go. Alvin 80, Alvin Sykes from Semcrete. His car's still looking rather clean, so I think he avoided most of that crazy the carnage that was been happening in the front. And a loss for words at the moment. Skitty, there we go. And not too much damage. You can see the left hand side of that car has taken most of that impact. And the field split around nicely now. Still on board with Sean Skitter. Well, you know that he would have taken race number 1. You can see the damage on the front of his car, but Fluffy Butt just in front of him took the bulk of the knock. Got the car all out of shape. But 25 minutes into the race, Sean needs to make a clean pass here. A lot of these guys know each other off the sim track. A lot of them on chat groups just chat to each other from all around the country. Some of the guys even from overseas. Right, let's have a look. Fluffy Butt now chasing down, and he did this in heat number 1. He's doing it heat number 2 now, chasing Stiganator for 6 in a very badly bruised car, but it still looks like it's okay. He's still doing great out there. Butler Racing now moved up into 3rd. There you can see the racing getting very exciting. Well, so Fluffy Butt and Skitty going past the Stiganator. And these guys are hunting down the front pack now. And this is where it's going to get rather exciting. We're going to head on down to Butler Racing. As you'll see there, Demarjitai, Butler Racing, Robin Dobbin 69, Robin Paulson, also Cape Tonian. There you can see the damage now on Brett's car, the Australian driver. You can see the front end of that Porsche is looking rather hammered as he hunts down that second position. So loads and loads of guys all bunched up in one year. It looks like Gauteng traffic, or hold on, let's not even say Gauteng traffic. It looks like Cape Town traffic on a Monday morning. All the cars out in the mix there at the moment. We're going to stick on Butler Racing. Australian driver Brett, car number 450, currently in third position, P3. As he chases down that second position, we got Robin Paulsen right behind him. And look at these guys. They are racing hammer and tong here today. Look at this as they go through to turn 15 into 16, down into Main Straight, yet Misano, Italy. And it's a bit of a race of attrition here at the moment. It's the one who's got the longest legs and has got the right attitude to make it work. Proper racing being had here. Fluffy butt all over DMRE, AM Racing, ZA. That is a mouthful, but I got it out there. Robin Paulsen now just starting to drop slightly back there, just opening up that gap and giving Brett some space to hunt down P2. And just look how neat these guys are. They spend a lot of time in their sims just making sure that they know exactly what they need to do. Stiganator now down to 10th. Albert 80 in 11th. Wolfman Willie, well, he took a big knock as well. So Butler Racing chasing very hard and making use of just about every part of the track. Even running it wide. Right, Fluffy Butt. Let's see where he is now. He's chasing Robin Paulsen very hard. Skitty One still with him as well. These two guys want to get up into pole positions. And am I seeing correctly? I'm just trying to look down at the positions. Yeah, there we go. These two guys are having a great battle, having a bit of an off in the first corner. So I'm just trying to see what happened to Robin. Okay, so he moved out of the way and let the guys through. As I said earlier on, a gentleman, and great having him here this evening. I missed you guys last week, but a load shedding here in Cape Town, and unfortunately not able to broadcast, but out here at the moment watching some proper racing. Stain just chasing super hard. You can see what that car looks like, and determination and grit. He's not giving up. He is hunting down Brett Butler Racing from Australia. Car number 450 is in his radar. It's in his sights coming up onto the turn, but Skitty One also wants it just as badly, and he is chasing Fluffy Butt as hard as he possibly can. But these two guys, and that's why I'm saying they know each other's stride and rhythm quite well. And there you can see it on camera now as they chase down that third spot. They want to get onto a podium. And just for a second, I want to run up to our race leader. He escaped unscathed from that crazy bit of carnage in the beginning of the race. There we go. You can see his car is still in great nick. Hardly looks like a scratch on it. Nice rhythm as he comes up towards us through this turn. You can see the other guys in the background. They are hunting down hard, and I can see by the lap times they are coming down. 17 minutes on the board. Track temperature at 24 degrees. Right, then back to second place, and this is where you can see now when we move over to DMR G-Type and Butler Racing, you can now see a glimpse of Fluffy Butt and Skitty One coming through the back of the camera angle, and they are making, oh, there we go, Butler passed, made a move. I looked at another screen for a second and he made the move. Not too sure exactly what happened there, but Butler Racing now into second. Fluffy Butt chasing hard. DMR Gita is going to have to work really hard at keeping these two guys at bay. Skitty One still in there as well in the top 5 positions. Robin Paulson or Robin Dobbin 69, car number 77 holding on to 6th place. DMR AM Racing ZA in 7th. Parky Farky, Derek Duplessis in 8th. Stiganator Alan van Graan in 9th. Clayton in 10th. And Alvin Sykes in 11th, with Wolfman Willie down in 12th. But this is where the action is now. Now you'd remember that if you were watching from the beginning of this feed, or this live stream, there we go, halfway through the race from race control and on board, still with the guys in 2nd and 3rd place, because this is where all the action is. Fluffy Butt is now catching and racing hard. And he is going to make a move very, very soon. 14.5 minutes on the board. We're driving on board with Stain, Mr. Fluffy Butt. You can see what that car looks like. It has been through the wars this evening. So not many viewers looking in at the moment. If you have joined us and you like what you see, well, leave your comments below. Let me tell you, there we go, he's making the move. He's made the move and he has done it. Fluffy Butt now into 4th position. No, into 3rd. Yeah, into 3rd position. My apologies. And as I was saying, he was chasing that 3rd. He's into 3rd now. Now he's all over the tailpipe of Butler Racing. Brett from Australia. So it's Cape Town versus Australia for that 2nd position. And doing a fantastic job. You'll see him come out here. This is turn number 15 into 16 as they head up onto the main straight here with 13 minutes 21 on the board. Well, Stephen Vessel's just asking what happened in the beginning. Well, a lot happened. First corner incident. We'll have to go back and see what happened there. But you can look at Fluffy Butt's car. He was leading, and Skitty One just trying to catch him down into turn 1. Not too sure exactly what happened, but cars got spun around. There was quite a bit of damage to a lot of the cars, but not affecting Fluffy Butt at all. In fact, making him more determined. He's worked his way through the field. And he is chasing Butler Racing. Brett Butler from Australia is under severe pressure from Steyn, from Cape Town. And it's just a matter of time that he puts too much pressure on. Although Butler Racing, Brett knows exactly what he needs to do. Skitty One seems to be falling back now. Remember, he also took impact on that front left-hand side of his car on the first corner of lap number 1. 11 minutes 52 into the race. And here we go. Looking up the inside, then looking up the outside. There we go. Into Main Straight. Can he make it work down here? In the slip. Pulling out of the slip. No, he's going to jump back in. Oh, and looks like we've had an incident. Oh, he's touched. And he spins himself around. Fluffy, but that car just really taking all the knocks now. Unfortunately, losing 2 places in that incident. All that effort. And you can see that bonnet is just looking like it wants to fly off that car. Right, there we go, on board. On board with Butler Racing in 3rd place. Now you can see what it looks like in the car. There we go, there's your view. Thanks, Stefan. Yeah, the car's all looking very, very second-hand now. Now you can see the realism of these cars. Just getting it slightly sideways. Brett Butler racing his heart out at the moment. And there you go, you can see using every part of the circuit now. Every single curb, he is grabbing a handful of curb to get that car around there as quickly as possible. He wants that 2nd place. And let's see what he does here. Watch how he closes his gap into the corner much quicker in the turns. And he is chasing now. He wants that 2nd place. There we go, nice views from outside this Porsche. Now we're just going through all the guys now, just trying to get back out into our mainstream. Well, folks, with 1 minute 20 seconds on the board, on board with Fluffy Butt at the moment, who's had a crazy day. But we're going to go on to our race lead at the moment, G Prozza, car number 72. Well, it's been crazy racing. In fact, I hardly ever get a sore throat. I've got a sore throat after tonight. It's been crazy. I've been shouting at these guys. Brilliant racing. And the guys that were chasing down hard, let's just see. Fluffy Butt and Skitty 1 both back down to 10th and 11th, unfortunately. In fact, Skitty 1 out at the moment. Man, oh man, did those guys race their hearts out to make up those positions. And unfortunately, just maybe a bit too much damage to the cars. As Stefan Wessel said, those cars looked a little bit worse for wear. But anyway, testing out some new cool things. This is my first time back since we finished up season 1. And just so great to be back on ACC racing with Online Outlaws. It's been a chaotic 3 weeks, but good to be back with all of you guys after some load shedding. And there we go. We have an amazing 2 races under the belt with Mr. Prozza coming through. He's going to take it, and while he takes it, I'm going to run and grab a shower because I ran in straight from a workout and then came and done the live stream. Thank you very much to all the viewers that joined us. Quite a few of you guys tonight. So thanks very much. And to Stefan Wessels, thank you for all your help. Carl Oosthuizen, thanks to you. Alvin Sykes in the background. Also, just thanks to Anton Repsold. I didn't see him out here this evening. And then, of course, Alan, very good friends of ours that make all the things happen in the background. Thanks for helping out. And there we go. Checker flag will come out. And he does it in style. And then on to our second and third. Already straight into the pits. They finished with their race. There we go. What an amazing race. First, G Prozza, DMR, G-Ty Butler Racing, Brett Butler, DMR AM Racing, ZA, Clayton MJ doing a fantastic job. Stiganator, Parky Farky, all the guys coming through into the pits now. Well done to each and every one of you. Well, there we go. That's it for tonight's racing. Some new changes to the server, and of course to the gameplay itself. There's been some very cool upgrades. Thanks Stefan Wessels just for guiding me through it, and to all the folks that have been watching us, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good one. This was round 2 from Misano. We'll see you next week Tuesday, and have a fantastic one. If you're out on the roads, drive safely. We'll catch you on the next one.